Hey everybody, this is a little bit of a modified recipe that I did. I make southern biscuits all the time and they're a hit with everybody. But I did something a little different this time. I tried to make them a little bit more keto so that we can have, us people that eat the ketogenic diet can have something as close to being low carb as possible. What this has is, okay, I usually use, this is a double batch. I usually use 4 cups of flour, a half a cup of lard, and about tablespoon and a half, maybe 2 tablespoons of baking powder, and 3/4 of a cup of milk or buttermilk. I switch back and forth. But this time what I did was I altered the recipe. I put 2 cups of coconut flour, added about 1/4 of a cup of regular flour to that because it wasn't quite full to the 2-cup line, and then a full 2 cups of regular flour. So it's less than half of the normal flour content or wheat content. I don't exactly know how many carbs it would be, but that's the only thing I changed in the recipe. I still got the 1/4 of a cup of real lard. I don't use shortening. I have used butter, but I don't use any oil or nothing like that. And not brandings, but since my last name is Campbell, kind of a shameless plug, this is my biscuit cutter. I use my Campbell soup can. I roll them out in my big pan here, and I roll them out to about 1 inch thick or so, and I cut them out with the can. I transfer them, let's see where it go, to this pan, which has a little grease on it, just to keep them sticking while I'm cutting them out. And then I transfer them back to the place I cut them out in. I usually take and knock off the excess flour, but I didn't this time because I wanted to make sure, try to make sure anyway, with having the coconut flour in there, I didn't know if my biscuits would stick or not. So this is the way we're going. Okay, and I've got my oven set to, let's see, what did I set it at? Okay. There, it's at 400. And I'm going to set the timer because I know I'll burn the crap out of them if I don't do this. I'll set them for 20 minutes. There. Okay, now let's put them in the oven. They've been sitting for about a half an hour after I cut them out. Okay, there we go. We'll be back in a few minutes. Why, Mama? What was that you just said?
I said we having biscuits and gravy for supper.
Well, I think so.
Or isn't that the purpose of the biscuits?
What else do you do with biscuits besides slather them with butter? Yeah. Be back in a few. Yeah, I forgot to say, when I put my grease, my lard, in the bowl first, okay, and I add my baking powder and flour dried together, and then I dump them in with the shortening. Then I take a fork and I squish it through the prongs of the fork and keep doing that back and forth in the bowl. I should have made the video when I was mixing it, but I forgot. Didn't think about it fast enough. So I promise next time I'll make a video showing it. But these if you make them the way I show here, they're really, really good. Usually my father, when he finds out that I'm making them, he puts in his order. He wants them too, 'cause my mom can't make them. But they're really, really simple to make, and I love them. They're as good as KFC's biscuits, if not better. And I love KFC's biscuits. But you know what? I know what's in these things. Well, we're at 17 minutes and counting. Okay, when you're squishing everything through with the fork, which is you're taking the flour mixture and you're smashing the shortening, why do I keep saying shortening? The lard into it. And you just keep doing that until you get like little pebbles, little tiny stones, maybe about the size of a pea or so. And then dump your milk in there. And the world's greatest mixer. And that's the way I've always done it. My kids can tell you. I've been cooking for years and I made all my stuff that way. Mix it all up till it's all mixed. I don't want to over mix it, but you want a nice dough ball, you know. And it's going to be really thick. That's what you want. Now I use my big pizza pan that's there in the oven, and I don't get out a rolling pin and do it like that. You don't need to do that. You just flatten it out with your hands till you get it, about an inch, maybe half inch, 3/4 of an inch thick. Then I take my soup can and I go in the flour, because, I did flour the tray. Get the edge of it all flour, and then I just cut them out with the soup can, and they fall right out. I move them over to the other tray that's sitting on the side, the one I showed you before, till I get them all cut out. And then you'll always end up with a little dough left. Well, that's for Miss Daisy, my dog. She loves my homemade biscuits. She don't do that with any other biscuits that you buy in a tube or nothing like that you get. She don't like those. But my homemade ones, oh yes, she loves them. Well, tonight I'm planning on making sausage gravy to put on the biscuits if I don't eat them with butter on. Usually me and my wife, we get them out of the oven while they're still hot, and big old gob of real butter. You don't put that artificial crap on good biscuits. I'm sorry. That stuff, you don't know what it is. I like butter. And salted butter. Especially if you're on a keto diet. The salt's good for you. At least that's what I've learned. I know this isn't totally keto. It's just, I'm trying to make it more feasible for me, because me and my wife, we have like $130 to buy a month's worth of groceries on, and that's not a lot these days. So I can't afford to do everything keto. You know, I do my best. Like every morning for breakfast lately, I don't have cereal anymore, because I used to be a cereal king. But now I eat 4 eggs fried in real butter every morning. And then I take the butter that's left in the pan, I pour it over top the eggs. I eat that too. And then I have my keto coffee. Now, you put whipped cream in it, a gob of butter, and about a tablespoon or so worth of cold pressed extra virgin coconut oil in it. They call it bulletproof because I'm telling you, if you increase the fat, you decrease the amount of food you eat. It's amazing. I can go all day long and not even get hungry. Well, let's check and see how they're doing. I don't like to open the oven and check on stuff like this, but for the video, let's do it. Oh my Lord, can you see that? Oh, they smell good. Well, of go back to watching them. They're getting there. Oh, and they're raising. Oh my gosh, they've like, I would say tripled in size almost. Oh, I love a good fluffy flaky. Oh my goodness, biscuit. The only thing that comes close to these is KFC's biscuits. I have had every imaginable biscuit in a can or a tube that you can get in any other restaurant. I've had the Bisquick ones, the knockoff brand ones. Nothing is like these. And the flavor of real lard, it is amazing. And you're getting the same amount of fat that you get in the oils. Yes, some of that is saturated fat, but it's natural, made by God. Your body can handle that stuff. We've all been lied to for years about fats and how they're so bad for you and stuff. And they're finding out more all the time. They're not. But what is bad for you, if it says man-made on it or artificial, don't eat it. You know, shortening is awful. And most of your oils that they have out there are terrible for you. Olive oil is good, but if you check into it, you find out a lot of the American olive oil you get that says imported on it, you get about a half to 3/4 olive oil, and the rest is diluted with whatever oil they got. And it's not pure olive oil like the label says. You'd have to buy it from Italy and, Jerusalem, Israel and stuff in order to get it real. And then it probably wouldn't make it through customs. But that's the truth. Well, we got 11 minutes left to go, it says. Now, I don't go by the timer. I keep a close eye on my biscuits because you're messing with my food there. And I love me some biscuits, I'm telling you, especially good ones. I've had other people's homemade biscuits and stuff before, and they didn't compare to this. Except for my friend, I haven't seen in years, from Kentucky. She knew how to make biscuits too. But these are really good. Now this time, I'm not sure how they're going to be because they're half coconut flour. So, if you're diabetic or if you carry fat around your belly or in your legs, you're carb sensitive and you're on your way to diabetes, whether you know it or not. It's coming. And you are carb sensitive, that which makes your body store insulin instead of burning it. You become insulin resistant. And that will increase your cortisol, which tells your body to store fat. You need to check into the ketogenic diet because there's a lot of info out there now. You can check out Dr. Axe's keto videos, and you can check out Dr. Eric Berg, Berg, both medical doctors in the field of, dietary consulting and stuff, and they will give you some solid info on it. But I'm going to pause this now. We got roughly 9 minutes left, and my kitty wants attention. This is Fuzzy, by the way. So I'll be back in a few minutes. And it says 8 minutes left in the timer. Well, I don't think we're going to go that long. Be right back. Okay, now the timer says 6 minutes. Let's take a peek. Oh, Lordy. Oh, they look amazing. And here in this sanctuary, when push comes to shove. Be right back. Okay, the timer says 5 minutes left, so let's take a peek. Oh, let's see. Oh, perfect. Oh, yes, just, they're done. Just the way I like them. Hold on a sec. I'll be right back. I get my hot pants. Okay. Now, let's get these babies out of here. Oh, yeah. Oh, heavens to Betsy. Would you look at that? Oh, my goodness. I mind my dirty oven. I had 4 minutes left on the timer. Oh, and I know they're hot, but oh, and they're not burnt. Oh, yeah. I don't like burnt biscuits. Oh, they are hot though. Whew. I love me some biscuits. Now, as soon as my wife gets done with whatever she's doing back there, she's going to help me. Right, taste one of these with butter. Right back. I hope you like. Mm. Oh, yeah. Ooh, they look so good. And they raised up a lot more than what they originally were, which I'm surprised with the coconut flour. Well, we'll do the taste test when she comes out here. Be right back. Little life is kind of busy, so I gotta try and do this one-handed by myself. Oh, here she comes. I need you to video me. Don't touch the screen or nothing, because it'll stop it. It's recording now. Well, I do. Doing a taste test. Oh, tiny biscuit. Okay. Here I am, everybody. Grampy Campy. Okay, get on the biscuit, please. Look at the... Okay, is it on camera? Let's see how these are. Oh, they look good. No, with some butter. I will do your will, and I am asking you, Father, to send your power and touch my life. Give me the strength to overcome my enemies. Give me the faith to tear the gates. Now the texture, they seem to be a little more crumbly, but not bad. Pour out your power that I may receive. Now I want you to tell the Lord exactly what you need. It's actually good. My God, I did something right. That butter in there just oozy. Oh yeah. That should be more butter. Oh my goodness. When I do this again, definite thumbs up. And the texture was really good. They're moist. And they'll never be the same. Now continue in prayer with me, Lord Jesus. When the butter melts, they get a little bit soggier than a normal biscuit, but they're still highly edible. For coconut flour, yes, I'd say this is a do again. So, thank you all for watching. I appreciate you watching my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. It helps me out and it helps us out because, well, kind of the money I make from YouTube helps us exist, as my wife can tell you. So, We live on disability. Well, that's all. And oh yeah, I want to give you a shot of our Christmas tree this year. It's still in the works, but we're getting there. Well, look what my wife went and did. She got me one of those Works Trivax things. Because I live in the woods and we have about a 2-foot layer of leaves all the time. So this baby's going to get a workout this summer. Could we afford to do it? No. Because we're heating our house right now with a little heater over there, one of those infrared jobbies. Because we don't have propane. Thanks for watching. I didn't mean to bore you with my gory details. But thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Merry Christmas from Michigan and the Campbells.